My name's Tim Slate, and I go to Brockport High. I was actually in gym, and it's really awkward because I always feel like I should just go in and out. I don't really fit the whole macho stereotype, so I kind of just feel like the oddball out, and going into the locker rooms is just so awkward because like they just say stuff like, "Oh, haha, look at the fag. Don't sit near him. He might try to get you." I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not a vicious, malicious person. I'm not going to go out and try and force something upon somebody. It's not a disease or something. It's who I am. And these people, they go on saying about how I'm a fag and how they don't want to be near me changing or stupid stuff like that. I mean, the locker room's a small example, but it happens all the time. And I don't know what to do. I mean, it's just so odd having these people talk about you right in front of you and not being able to do anything about it. It just makes you feel helpless. I mean, I don't know what to do with these people because they're so rude, they're so mean. All they do is tease me. The administrators at the school, they really don't care. They just let it slide by and they just look the other way because it's what they've seen for years and years, and instead of just being proactive or saying something about it, they just sit there and they let it happen, and it's really disheartening.
I'm Danielle, and I went to World of Work in Fairport. It doesn't exist anymore. And once, a couple months into dating my girlfriend, we went to the smoking area, which was a designated square. We were standing out there with a couple other kids from our school, and this big boy from alternative high school was standing in the doorway, and he saw my girlfriend kiss me, and he screamed at us. He said, "Take that 9," which was our school, and I wasn't even mad, and I just was kidding around with him, and we were obviously standing outside, and I said, "You want to take this outside?" And he got really, really, really mad, and he came up to me and he got my face and he told me that he was white, and everyone else was like yelling, but nobody was doing anything, and he started to push me, and then my girlfriend got between us and she was really angry, and he hit her, and once he started hitting her, some other girls from his school they beat her up pretty bad, and before anybody broke it up. And then somehow my girlfriend got expelled for fighting when she wasn't even fighting. She was getting beat up. Nothing happened to him. He was there the next day, and I got to see him he was always there. Nothing happened to him. He didn't even get suspended. Somehow they said that it was his disability, that fighting was his disability.
I'm Evan. I went to Camp El Savona High School, and one time I was in band class and we were playing a song that was a blues song. It was called Fidget or something close to that. And at this time I was already out, and people were calling me faggot pretty much every day. And one kid had decided to call me a fidget, and I just wouldn't take it anymore and wouldn't stop. And we got into a huge scuffle. And at the end of it all, the administration finally realized that something was going on, and they kind of took a little bit more heed when I was saying stuff. But it was really bad that it had to come to that. I definitely a few times the teachers were a little more ambivalent because the first response for verbal assault is a verbal assault, so I would swear back at them, and I got in trouble a couple of times because I had sworn in the hallways, and the teachers hadn't heard them call me a faggot, but they sure as hell heard me say fuck, so I got in trouble, and that was just ridiculous to me. And before they really just didn't care much, and they didn't realize that it was going on, I think, and they just kind of needed it brought to their attention. And once they knew, they really did try.
Hi, I'm Martin. I come from Greece Olympia High School, and back then things were just a little ridiculing when the GSA first started, especially. And I started going to those meetings, and people actually started noticing that I was gay, and it was kind of weird at first, but then all of a sudden I get the graffiti on my locker saying, you're a fag, you shouldn't be here, you don't belong in this school, stuff like that. And then whenever I went to the bathroom, I would always be scared to go to the bathroom, because most of the guys in there would just look at me and be like, oh, here comes the fag, everybody get out, don't go in the bathroom while he's in there, and they would just run away. And I really couldn't take the pressure, and usually the GSA would just be like kind of an escape route for me to go to, and a support group, and I knew that there were others out there like me. And the teachers barely did anything. I would go to them and they'd be like, oh, who did it? And they wouldn't ever find who did the stuff, so it turned out to be kind of futile.
Yeah, I feel trapped, backed into a corner. Sometimes I feel like I've been putting on a fake persona. I'm still gon' stand my ground, a rap warrior. Give me the nod and I'll be going to bat for ya. You, I mean you, all of you listening, all of you waiting and hoping and wishing for one to come through who gonna open your vision until you see the bright light shining in the distance. We all got problems like everybody else. I always tend to lose when I battle with myself. I rebel with the booze and I jeopardize my health. Walk a day in my shoes, then tell me how you felt. Never judge till you fully understand. You'll never see it coming cause the shit is never planned. You'll never know his actions until you know the man, and you'll never know the man if you never lend a hand. Look deep in yourself, deep in yourself. Life can be challenging, hard and complex. Be ready for the challenge. Take a deep breath and stand up when the strength in your legs done left. Look deep in yourself, deep in yourself. Life can be challenging, hard and complex. Be ready for the challenge. Take a deep breath and stand up when the strength in your legs done left. Standing for what I believe, cause I got a set of nuts. Digging deep inside myself like I'm shoveling my guts. Never have the foe, cause I never gave up. What do you wanna be when you finally grow up? That's a question I never really got. I'm gonna be me if you like it or not. That's how I used to think until I finally thought that it's not that easy. Cause life brings a lot of change and hard pains and certain things that change your mind frame and rearrange your mentality.